All right, guys. Had my cardiac cath today. Get some clearance for my aorta surgery. Everything looks clear. Everything looks good. So we're all good to go, but I have to stay here with this little pressure bandage. Actually, they do the caths now through your wrist, which is kind of cool. But I got to keep, I'm green like the Hulk. I don't know. I guess that's the new iodine they use is green. And I got this little bandage on me that's going to prevent me from bleeding until the artery kind of clots off. And I finally got my first meal. It's almost 2 o'clock, and they finally brought me some food. I never was so happy for a turkey sandwich on white bread. I don't think I've had white bread in about 20 years, but I'll eat it. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm starving to death. I haven't eaten anything since last night, so that's the update. Cardiac cath in the bag. Heading home later, hopefully, once this thing clots up. And then I see my surgeon on Friday, and we set the date for surgery. That'll probably be after the Arnold Classic sometime in March. All right, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sanch here, your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network. And as you can see here, first off, happy birthday to Dave Palumbo, the main host over at RX Muscle, founder, CEO, things of that nature. But also, it looked like he was having some medical scares. He's in the hospital, or at least was at the time of recording this video, his video specifically. Getting some catheters done to clear out the arteries and whatnot within the heart. It looks like he's going to be doing some more heart surgery. So best of luck to Dave Palumbo. Wishes, I'd say prayers, but I don't really know if that even helps. But keep him in your thoughts, and if there's any way you can help support Dave Palumbo in these challenging times, definitely reach out and see if you can. But I did want to wish him a healthy and full bill of health. Is that how you say it? A good bill of health? Anywho, Dave, hope you're doing well. Hope you recover. Next up, we have some physique updates from none other than my favorite, coming into the Arnold Classic. 2 weeks out, 14 days out from the Arnold Classic. Nick Walker sharing some more physique updates. It seems at a daily rate he is sharing physique updates, and I'm just absolutely blown away. He is consistently and continuously showing that he's improving time and time again as he creeps into exactly, we are 2 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. Specifically in this training video we just saw, training some arms, and this is going to be that signature side chest that he's been continuing to improve upon. Also, yes, this is a new microphone, so I hope you enjoy the upgraded audio. We will be upgrading the camera to 4K. I'm trying to figure out how I can use my extra phone to record video footage, but in the meantime, I'll probably have to buy a new fancy 4K camera. But we have some interesting leg training coming from Nick Walker and his camp. His girlfriend Maria seems to be really adding a lot of variety and diversity to Nick Walker's training as we are 2 weeks out. And, a lot of people, and I've seen in the chat, why is Nick Walker adding this different type of stimulus into the training as he's so close to competing? Doesn't that, put him at a high risk for injury? I would say that there is some validity to those thoughts, but in my honest opinion, I'm happy to see the variety of training and also the quality of content and variety of content. Before Nick Walker moved to Las Vegas with his girlfriend, now Maria, they didn't really have that much content coming out unless Nick Walker was working with his brother or a media company. So for him to be able to have, it seems, daily free content with him and his girlfriend, I think is just phenomenal. I'm happy to see it. I'm sure you, ladies and gentlemen, are also happy to see it. And then as we slowly transition to the next topic here, we see a even more recent physique update from Nick Walker. Back training. I think that this video has been snippeted at least 100 times and put on different channels, just showing, how freaking impressive Nick Walker is. as we said a few times now, just under 2 weeks out, 14 days exactly from the Arnold Classic. I will be there at the Arnold Classic. I have reapplied for the press pass. They did decline me the first time, so it would really help out myself and Danielle Willis if we had a press pass to cover the Arnold Classic, as we both will be traveling there for business purposes. Now, next up here, we have Andrea Shaw and also two other Olympia champions. We have Sydney Gillen, who's the Miss Figure Olympia, and then Whitney Jones, who is a multi-time, I believe, fitness Olympian. They have announced that they're going to be having a new show called the Triple O Dynasty, and this is going to be a figure, women's physique, women's bodybuilding, and amateurs masters, and it's a pro qualifier, and it's also going to be an Olympia qualifier, and this show will be happening in, I think it said, April of 2024. So I am excited. Myself and Danielle Willis will be talking about this on the All Things Women's Bodybuilding podcast that we will be recording today, Saturday, in the evening. So if you do not have any questions put in already, make sure you put them in now in the comment sections below, or tag me on Instagram to get featured and tagged. And we have, nearing the end of the video, some more physique updates from Shaun Clarida. Again, showing the side tricep, which is going to be one of those shots that these guys are really going to have to battle it out to win. I think Nick Walker has been very impressive from the side with the tricep shot and the side chest shot, but that's not to say that Shaun Clarida doesn't have a chance to win some of these shots. He is, in my opinion, by far the most complete bodybuilder on the stage, being a two-time 212 Mr. Olympia champion. I think adds some steam or some wind to his sails as being one of the forerunners to place very well at this Arnold Classic. Of course, he is going to be needing to, how do you want to say? He's going to need to prove himself, because he hasn't beaten people of this caliber. He's beaten someone like a very peaked Regan Grimes at the Legion Sport, and also a good version of Sergio Oliva Jr., but both of them are not top 3 Olympia finishers, and also 212 Olympia champions in Kamal El-Gardni and, Shaun Clarida. So there's going to be some interesting news, some interesting stories coming out of this Arnold Classic. A big one that I've seen, and I know you've heard, at least, ladies and gentlemen, in other videos, or if not in comment sections like mine, comment section down below, wink, wink, hint, hint, is that if Shaun Clarida places anywhere in the top 3 here, it's going to be a really good indication that he would be competitive in the Men's Open Olympia. If he can stand toe-to-toe with Big Ramy or Nick Walker or Samson Dauda, it really does set a precedent that more 212 competitors can be competitive in the Men's Open division. Now, I'm not saying that the 212 needs to go away. I think that is not... It's not a topic I want to talk about right now. We can talk about it in another video if you guys want to, but I love the 212. When I first got into covering bodybuilding as a commentator, like I am now with you here, 212 was the butter of the channel. All of my interviews were with 212 people. Kareth Bajo, I was his first interview ever, and now him coming into the 212, placing top 7, top 6 at the 212 Olympia this past year. Also Jason Lowe. We also have, Tonio Burton's been on the show, another 212 gone open. So I love the 212, and I think that Shaun Clarida, as we digress back to what we were actually talking about, I think Shaun Clarida has absolutely every possibility to do very well at this show. Could he win? Maybe. Could he place top 3? Definitely. That's my thoughts. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, please let me know your thoughts down below in the comment sections, and smash the like button if you think Shaun Clarida can place well at this year's Olympia. And moving into the last story, I did want to tag our good friend Xavier Willis with Desktop Bodybuilding. He did a one-on-one interview with the NPC women's wellness competitor that was attacked at the gym just I think in the interview she said 3 weeks ago. And the footage is unsettling in a time where people are so timid and scared to approach people and communicate with people, to have someone like this that, I mean, he's wearing a mask and he's wearing flip-flops. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of a red flag to me, in my opinion, in 2023. But anywho, it is unfortunate to see this. It's sad to think that, you know, women aren't safe in the gym. I think the gym should be an iron sanctuary where everyone can come and train and be better. And for her to be alone late at night, training in her apartment gym, it's really unfortunate. And, you know, I'm happy that she's okay. I'm happy that she was able to kick this, you know, piece of garbage's butt. And, you know, maybe I'm being a little too strict here, a little too crazy, but this guy needs to get some serious prison time. Although I'm not so much of a big fan of, you know, privatized prisons or anything of that nature, I'm also not a huge fan of the death penalty. So it's kind of a hit or miss on how I want this guy to be treated. But I definitely don't want good things happening to him, that's for sure. But I'll digress there, as this is going to be a little bit longer of a video. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the microphone. It was a good investment, and I'm excited to get the adapter so I can use it on the mic arm, so I can move it around a little bit better, and I can have a little bit better posture. But that'll do it for another episode here on the Bodybuilding News Network, a episode of Bodybuilding Daily, where we talk about all things hot topic and trending in the world of bodybuilding. I'm your host, Josh Sanch. As always, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy this style of content and share with a like-minded individual. Check out the merch in the description of the video, bodybuildingnews.net, and I will see you beautiful people in another episode here on BNN.